All right, great. We'll get started now. This is Webinar Wednesdays brought to you by Brilliant Directories. I'll be your host, Jason Haloossim, one of the co-founders here at Brilliant Directories. We're also lucky enough to have Patrick Brunelle with us here.
Well, I'm lucky to be here, Jason. I'm looking forward to today's webinar, as I always do.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since our last Webinar Wednesday. We had a masterclass in between. Hopefully some of you were able to join in that masterclass. And for the new attendees out there, I always like to mention that you can always join our LinkedIn Marketing Strategy Network. This is where we can carry the conversations after Webinar Wednesday on our free LinkedIn group. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. You can start discussions and ask questions from fellow directory owners. We've actually had a lot of activity there. I apologize myself for not being a little bit more active, been a little bit busy with the software the last couple weeks, but I'm excited to get back into that LinkedIn group and see some of the new conversations that have been started there. And for those of you joining for the first time, just a little outline of the goal for Webinar Wednesday. What we really want to do is try to answer, first of all, as many questions as we can in the time that we have here. And you can ask questions about how the platform works, and we also want to help resolve any how-to issues. So a lot of times you're trying to achieve something on your website, but you can't figure out how to do it or how it can be accomplished. Those are the kind of things we want to direct you to and help resolve for you so you can move on with your project. You can also ask questions about search engine optimization, member signups, publishing content, how to generate revenue, designing your website, and marketing your website. The contest of the week, a lot of you have already participated in this specific contest, so we thank you and appreciate it. All you have to do is write a review. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/new review if you haven't left one in the past. Just write any feedback of why you chose Brilliant Directories. Any feedback is always appreciated. And after leaving your feedback, you'll receive $50 of Brilliant Directories credits that you can use towards add-ons, new websites, and more. It takes about 20 seconds to do that. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/new review. And after leaving your feedback, we'll email you with a confirmation that the $50 credit has been added to your Brilliant Directories account. Thank you very much, guys. We do appreciate any and all feedback. And Pat, you want to tell everyone about the deal of the week here?
Sure, and even before I do that, since you're talking about the masterclass, for those that did attend, I just want to confirm that Jason and I are working on those packets in terms of the landing pages and the email templates that we shared during the masterclass. So if you did attend that, you should be hearing from us by the end of the week. This week is our target goal. So we're finding a delivery method of getting this to you guys. So we're hard at work for you. In terms of the deal of the week, we're going to be doing the VIP add-ons club. Right now, there are over 13 premium add-ons that you get with the add-ons club. So you always have the option of purchasing an add-on individually, or you can become a member of the add-ons club. And the membership essentially grants you access to all of the current add-ons as well as all of the future add-ons. We do have quite a lot in the pipeline. We expect some of these to be released as early as next week. And what's nice about joining the add-ons club today is that you basically get locked in at the price that you sign up for. So if you own a website and you become a member of the club, as new add-ons get released, you automatically get those add-ons on your website, and as the price goes up, which it will be going up shortly, which is why we really wanted to promote this one more time in the webinars. We want to give everybody a chance to lock in this deal before the prices do go up on the add-ons club as additional value gets brought to the club with more add-ons.
Absolutely. I think this is one of the biggest assets for a directory website owner is the VIP add-ons club. And as Pat mentioned, the price will be increasing in the coming months, and this is a good way to lock in and get grandfathered in at this. First of all, it's on sale for 50% off at this super low rate for the VIP add-ons club. And you can go to brilliantdirectories.com/VIP to go ahead and purchase the add-ons club. There is a promo code webinar50. Let me just show you guys what that looks like. That link, brilliantdirectories.com/VIP, will bring you here. and you can choose the monthly. The yearly is already 25% off, so you can enter the code webinar50, and it'll take 50% off the price. And if you opted for the annual price, it'll take an additional 50% off what's already 25% off. So this is a really great deal. We want to make sure that our webinar attendees are taken care of and they get the best deals possible. So this is a good way to get into the VIP add-ons club. All right, now to the good stuff, meat and potatoes. All right, Lisa has a question. Is it better to auto-populate the directory, or does that discourage paid memberships? Lisa, I'm going to try to unmute your microphone here. Lisa, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can hear you loud and clear. Where are you calling in from?
Durango, Colorado.
Okay. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
So when you're asking, is it better to auto-populate your directory, are you referring to filling it up with members importing data to your site before you go public with it?
It's public, but instead of me calling every individual person to see if they want to join it, like right now I have it set up so there's a free listing and then there's 2 paid memberships if they want to add events, videos, blogs, etc. There's a way, right, that I could just auto-populate everyone with a free listing. Do you think it's better to give them the free listing without them even joining it and then encourage them to upgrade? Or, you know, once they have a free listing, is it kind of like, I just have a free listing, I'm not going to look at the other ones?
This is the #1 question. It's basically a chicken or the egg scenario. I think Pat has the best answer for this strategy. And obviously it's a little different for every industry, but you know, Pat has a really good quality, good opinion on, you know, the value of importing members and when you're first starting out.
Yeah, so we did, and we actually did cover this in detail in the masterclass because it is a big topic, but I'm a firm believer in having listings that look professional and complete rather than having a bunch of listings that look half completed. What I mean by that is having listings with no logos, just having that empty silhouette. When I click on the different listings, I see that nothing's really complete. It's definitely one way you can go about it. Let's say if you had a national directory and you're trying to service all the different categories and services, then you don't really have an option except to really import listings. But if you have a local directory, or if you have a directory that focuses on a niche, so a particular service or a specific profession, then I highly recommend slowly and manually adding profiles that look complete and giving your website, even though instead of having 20,000 listings, there's 200 listings, if those listings are completed and they have featured content like coupons or articles or videos or events that are posted, you're going to get more credibility with future members than you would having a half-empty directory in terms of having profiles with silhouettes. So I guess my question to you is, what kind of directory will you be opening?
It's already open, and it is more niche. We publish a magazine, and so it's kind of an extension of our magazine. It's spirituality, health, and sustainability. So we have almost 200 members in there. They're not all paid members, and some of them have, like you said, incomplete listings. So I'm trying to go in there and kind of help them update them. At the same time, I want to, you know, keep populating it more quickly.
So what I would do, and I have a similar scenario with one site I've worked with, and it is also a magazine with businesses, but it's in Costa Rica for mothers. And the idea being that I do want to populate it quickly, and you can hire people, let's say on Fiverr.com, which is a great resource, and you can pay them to go to specific websites and fill out real profiles, right? Instead of importing them on a CSV document, have them actually add them one at a time on the front end of your website. Or rather than waiting for your members to complete their profiles, you can do it on their behalf. You can add their logo, you can add their profile photo, you can add their direction, you can, if they have an event or a deal on their website, you can transfer that onto your directory. That way you're not beholden to how quickly your members get around to doing it, because the reality is, until you start sending them leads and until they start understanding the value and what it is you're doing, essentially being a referral service, it could be difficult to get them motivated to go in and complete their profile.
Okay. And I had one other question right above that, and it was just, how do you offer a discount code on paid memberships if I want to run some kind of special?
So that's going to be with our, and I just toggled over the Easy Coupon Codes add-on. So you can go to the brilliantdirectories.com website, click on add-ons, and this is part of the VIP add-ons club. You'd get all the add-ons, but if you wanted to buy it individually and add it to your site, that would be the Easy Coupon Codes. And we also have a video on this page. But coupon codes are really great because you can run marketing campaigns around them. You can have start dates and expiration dates. You can really use them to encourage people to join your site and feel like they're getting a good deal.
Great.
All right, I'll put a link in the chat here for everyone as well. So whoever wants to learn more about coupon codes, they can learn there. All right, thanks for your great question.
I have another good question if you like, Jason.
Sure.
I think a lot of people will be interested in this one, and Vincent went ahead and asked it. And what he's asking is, how can I add a couple of lines to my get match form, essentially, which is the lead generation form. So if you like, Jason, I could take control of this one and show everybody how you can add a couple of filters to the get match, as well as explain what the get match form is and how it can be utilized for your website.
Absolutely. I'm just going to show one thing before that. Let me show everyone what the get matched form is. So all of you with your Brilliant Directories site, you have a form that website visitors can fill in to get connected with the professionals or contact your members. And what you can do is, this is how it comes, just basic name, email, phone number, and the location. But you can go, and I'm going to use the Lone Broker Pro site, you can add additional fields. This is the same lead form, but it's been customized with additional input fields. So this is for applying for a home loan, and you can have different types of input fields based on that serve your industry. So I'll pass this back to you, and then you have the name, email, and phone number here. So I'll pass this back to you now, to you, Pat.
All right, thank you, Jason.
All right, it's all yours.
All right, here we go. So right here, this is one site. We use the design setting on the home page here. For those of you that are seeing it for the first time, there's no customization to this site. All we're doing is we're using a couple of design settings to make this happen. The first design is the color theme, and I'm a big fan of this color theme. I find it's very visual, it's very modern, and that color theme that we've chosen here, I believe it's called Light Traveler. Let me see if I'm correct.
It was inspired by the Airbnb website.
There we go, Light Traveler inspired by Airbnb. So anybody that really likes this color set that we're looking at now, and you want to have a similar color set and design to your website, now you know which color set to choose. So one thing, and the other thing that we did is we chose the hero message with link. So as you can see, if you're new to Brilliant Directories, you have a lot of different search modules that you can choose to put on the homepage of your website. In this instance, we chose the hero message with link that allows you to put in HTML code in this instance, and I'll go ahead and share this code in the chat right now. It's just going to take a second for anybody that would like to copy this down. But basically, with this code, you're now able to have two call to actions, and one of these call to actions goes to the get match form. I'll just go to the default get match form for now. And what Vincent is asking is he would like to basically have custom additional lines, additional things to ask, and we actually went ahead and did that here for this particular form. And I'm going to show you how we did that. So perhaps if it's a travel site, you want to know how many rooms, or if it's a car, you want to know what type of vehicle, or if it's a medical site, maybe what type of procedure. If it's an online course directory, what type of course people are interested in. I did a window installer call today for window installations. They wanted to ask them how many windows they needed to have installed. So if it's a lead generation form, it's important to think for your members, what information will help them understand the true value of this lead. And if you're manually matching these as well, you can really take care of your better clients. So the question is, I would like to add something else to the get match form to get additional information for my members so that I can send it to them to get them excited about accepting the lead. So what we're going to do for this example, we're going to try to add something here that says number, we'll say a square footage as what we want to add. So if we can have an idea of how large the room is for this interior designer get match form. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the form manager. And it's quite possible a lot of you on this call do not have access to this form. All you need to do is send in a ticket to support. It's not a default form because there's quite a bit of updates that get pushed to this form. It is a critical form in the software, so it is something that is not by default customized. However, you can send in a request and we'll copy that to your site, and then you'll have full access to do what I'm about to show. So the next step is to click Edit. And we're going to click to add a new form field. So I'm going to put in this, and we're going to put in square. I hope I spell footage correctly. Jason will probably know. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a variable name. This is very important. And as you can see, it says no spaces. We also want to avoid no special characters. So I'll do underscore footage. We're going to put the field type. So this could be the two most common ones, especially for lead forms, is the single line. Is it just a quick answer, or is it multi-line, like a description of a project? In this instance, we'll just do the text input line, allowing them to enter that. And we can decide whether or not this is going to be required. And this particular form, we can see that it's using what we call a placeholder text. So we're going to make sure that we add this placeholder text as well so that it displays within the form. And we're going to move this to wherever we'd like it to display. So let's say below the budget, and we're going to save the form.
And I think the last thing, you just want to add the CSS class to the input form, to that field as well, Pat.
All right, let me do that right now. Let me just do a quick test.
No, it's good to go, actually.
Looking good.
Take it back.
Yep. All right. Thank you, Jason. So now what we did is we added this field. So if we do a quick test.
This is great because now you can customize the lead forms based on the industry that you're serving. There is something called form fatigue, so you don't want to have huge long forms. It's going to deter some people from completing them, but you want to make sure you're getting essential information. This information now can be sent to your members and they can purchase it as leads. So your site's going to be generating leads for your members, and the more quality information you gather, the higher the probability is that your members are going to want to purchase that lead to get the name, phone number, and email address of the requester.
And I'm going to go a little bit further advanced for those of you that are a little more savvy with Brilliant Directories. What you're able to control as well is you're able to control whether or not it shows up in this display area here, because perhaps you don't want it to display here. The way you control that is by going to the square footage. You can control whether or not it displays in the table view. So setting this to no would then make it not display in the preview area. What I'm more interested to showing you is you can also control whether or not it shows in the preview view or the email view. So the preview view, when you receive a lead, so if as I filled out this form, the member got an email showing them what you're looking at right here, minus the phone number and the email. And the reason why it doesn't show the email and the phone number is because you want to know if the lead was accepted by the member. It's very important for you to understand that. So when we go to match this to a member, and I'll show you what the preview template looks like. We have our 3 members here. So if I go to send the preview email and you're curious as to what that looks like, we can always get a preview of what it's going to look like and exactly what it is they're going to be getting. And I can control what shows up in the preview email by saying yes or no in this area. So if it's not something you want to give them unless they pay for it, or if it's not something you want to give them unless they accept the lead, you'll set that to no. But if you want to give it to them in the preview, in this case, it's very helpful for the member to get it in the preview so they can make a decision whether or not they want to accept the lead. Something else I like about manually sending a lead, like I'm showing you, is you can add a personal touch. You can say, it was great speaking with you just now. If you had just gotten off the phone with them, you can make this more personable. Here's the lead, I promise. So you can send leads from our system manually as well, not just automatically. So we're going to go ahead and send this. And I guess might as well go full circle, right, Jason, and log in as that particular member and show people what she's going to see on her end in order to accept the lead and see, I think it was Stacy, correct? Let's log in as Stacy real quick. So now Stacy has a notification in her account to view her leads. And if she wants to see the email and the phone number, and if she wants to basically she needs to click to purchase the lead in order to be able to contact that lead. And that's how directory owners are able to monetize generating leads for their members and selling them. And if you wanted to make them free, then they would just need to click here regardless to accept them, because you would want to be notified when they accepted those leads. And the lead matching system will change the status from pending or matched to accepted. So then you'll automatically be notified that that was accepted as well.
That's great. Yeah.
So I might have gone in a little bit of detail there, but I think a lot of people here are interested in this.
That's how you can customize your lead forms, match them with members, and how the members will see them and actually purchase the leads to get the vital information, which are the email and phone number. Brilliant Directories was originally built for lead matching, and the directory was, you want people to purchase the lead, so the directory was built at the same time as the lead matching system. So it's an incredibly powerful lead matching system and incredibly helpful tool to generate revenue from matching leads with your members. Great question there. Okay, I think Chloe has a question. Chloe, I'm going to unmute your microphone. Chloe, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Georgia. So I'm in Georgia.
Awesome. And your question is, how can you adjust the featured recent members on your homepage?
Right. So when I put the featured members on my homepage, the formatting is a little off. And so I wanted to see how I can adjust that, or if I can even take out some of the things like the highlighted button, the button that someone would press and it'll take them to the profile. That's something I would like to keep the name of the company, but then it has the, what is it called? The title of their, what is their title? Like therapist, and then it tells me if they're the co-founder, but then they're all like on one line. And
let's take a look at your site together, and we can get it resolved for you. What's the name of your site?
Is getobsidian.org.
Gotcha. All right, let's take a look together and see what we can do to update your featured members on your homepage. So let's take a look at that here. All right, so this is your site, Obsidian Connections.
Right.
Okay, and you have the newest members here.
Right, and so if we're looking at just one of them, the therapist right here, you see how it says therapist and then the co-founder, and then the location is like on that same line. I would like it to be looking more so like the admin. It just looks like the words are a little bit bigger.
Gotcha.
I probably need to adjust that.
Okay, so I use the show widgets feature, and I'm going to edit this widget for you. We're going to get a little bit into the code. It looks like you've already customized this widget. So let's see what we can do here. Just want to take a look. So first, are you okay with having the located in, but just have it on, making sure it's on another line?
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is just making sure that they're on other line. I mean, on a different line.
Gotcha. So I'm just going to look for the word located here. And all right, this is really just confusing code here. I'm going to make sure that that is on another line for you. So that's their name. Let me just separate these for you, and you should be okay. And I think we're going to make this.
So did you just press enter, or did you actually have to?
I put what's a line break. It's a BR. Let me see if this even works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
That should be like that already. So here you have located in New York. And let me increase the limit here so you can see more of their name.
Right. More of it. Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, thank you.
All right, I think that's up
I think I saw somewhere how to do that, but I can't remember.
Yeah, there's at the top of this widget right here, it says character text limit, so I'll just put 25. The reason is, like, if someone has an absurdly long name, let's say like 200 characters or something, it's not going to, take over your whole home page. So it just uses the ... So let me just increase this to 30. And company name will also do 30. This is one of those widgets that have like settings built into them.
Right.
Set some true falses. Most stuff can be managed in the design settings without having to get into the code there.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Okay.
I think I'm going to talk to that customer anyway, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. I'm just do one more thing for you here.
Oh, okay. This is good because I have a little experience with coding. It's just, oh, awesome. So did you do that directly from?
I'm going to do it in here. I'm going to search for the number 40, and that's right here. And I'm going to change that to 54.
Awesome. This is awesome.
So.
And Jason, if you're in that widget, I'd love to show everyone one of the best kept secrets for that widget. If you scroll, I think it's line 12 or 14, where you're able to control the subscription level. Sorry, it is just a little bit lower. If you can zoom in as well. So scroll down. It says subscription. So there you go. 1 second.
Only subscription IDs?
Yeah, so that is a fantastic thing. So all you need to do for that, so line 19, I was off by a few lines. So for this particular rule, a lot of people ask me, I want to only show paid members, or I only want to show gold members and diamond members on this streaming widget, right? Okay. So what you do is you go to the membership levels, which is under, pick the ID.
Which is under finance, managed products.
Right.
And each one has an ID.
So if you just enter an ID, the moment you enter one value into that setting, like number 4, between the quotation marks, then all of the other members will be locked out of that streaming widget. And this works for a lot of the different streaming widgets. So you're able to basically sell homepage access based on tiers.
I love that. Oh, wow.
Before it was only just all recent members, right, Pat? Now you can choose which membership levels can be part of that list?
Exactly. I've even had some customers, they want all members to show, but they want to vet them. So they allow them to sign up, but they don't want them to show on the homepage. So they'll only show the members of a...
Oh, we lost you there, Pat. We lost Pat there. So I didn't know this feature existed. Again, this is something else too in this webinar for me. This is awesome.
Right.
And
thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
you guys have been doing so much. Even some of the things that I already had on my list to talk to you guys about in here, you guys already fixed through like an update, it seems like. So I appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Well, good luck with your website.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great question there. Okay, here's a good one. How do you add the newest members block to your website? So that's a great question. So we see, we'll just continue using this site as an example. So we see that there are newest members here on the home page. And I'll show everyone how you can add your own newest members section. All you have to do is go to your settings and then to design settings. And once you get into the design settings, you'll have tons of options here. This is my favorite part of the admin. You can basically design your site. You can add elements without touching one line of code. You can do a lot of the colors here. You can choose the alignment of your sidebars on your member pages if you want them left or right or not to display a sidebar. So there's a wealth of functionality here. And to choose not only your newest members but other types of content on your homepage, you can go to the homepage layout tab, and then again you have all these settings related to your homepage, and what you want to do is go to the homepage section order, and basically you can have different things on your homepage. So in Chloe's case, she has the hero divider, which is this thing here with the 3 options. She has newest members, and then she has these 2, which are basically calls to action to join the site. And we can see here we have the homepage hero divider. We have the show recent members, which is the question being asked, so you can just show recent members. And then we have the about the website and the join offer, which is the last thing. Everything else is left empty here. You can add lots of different types of content on your homepage, such as coupons, events, products, or photo albums. So maybe not all of these options are applicable to your website, but you can choose the ones that you think would be the highest value for your potential website visitors. And also keep in mind that the more content you add on your homepage, there are going to be more images loading. And as more images load, it will slow down the load time for your website. So just keep in mind about that. All right, great question there. Okay, here's a fun one. Steve, I've unmuted your microphone. Are you with us, Steve?
Hey, Jason, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So your question was related to something we talked about in the LinkedIn marketing group.
That's correct. The question was the blog articles on the Brilliant Directory, and we talked about it, are kind of basic. If you do a blog in WordPress, for example, it has author attribution already configured at the bottom with a picture of the author and like a description of who they are, like a little bio perhaps or something, and also a way for comments to be added by users. And I was curious if there was a way to do that with Brilliant Directories as well.
There absolutely is. First, let's address, I understand what you're saying. So somebody wrote an article, and right now on your Brilliant Directory site, all it's doing is showing their name here, like posted by John Smith. You'd like for there to be a photo of their image and some other, maybe like a paragraph about who they are, correct?
Correct. And that little blurb at the top, it shows who posted it only if it's a member article, but the blog articles, it doesn't at all.
All right. Do you want to get this done on your site and others can follow along? All right.
Yeah, directorycc.com.
All right, great. Give me one moment. And we're going to be doing a little bit of coding here. So for those of you watching, don't get too scared. And I'll try to include this code in the chat here. And we'll actually do it on your live website. So let me close some windows here. Hope we get Pat back soon.
I believe I'm back, Jason. Hopefully you're hearing me right now.
You have no idea how much we missed you.
Thank you.
All right, so let's do a couple things. Let's check out your website here. And we'll go to a blog article. I just want to say I love what you've done with this website. It's a local directory for the Corpus Christi area in Texas, and you've done a great job creating your categories. I think this is a great example here. So let's go to staff articles is what we're looking at. That's your blog article section. And let's click on an article. And right now it doesn't say who it's posted by, generally because we did that on purpose as default, because usually for the blog articles, they're just articles the website is publishing and you don't want to link people to the profile page of the website administrator. Right. So let's get in here and let's add more information about the author here. And guys, don't forget, this is actually being recorded on Facebook Live, so the replay will be available right after the webinar is done, and then also on our website. So I'm going to go a little quick here just for the sake of time. First thing we want to do is go to Content and Edit Post Settings. And I'm going to open the tab for your member articles and your blog articles. So I'm going to grab some information from the member article.
Okay.
All right, so first thing I want to grab is on the detail page. So we're looking at the detail page. Any page with a specific piece of content, whether it's a coupon or a blog article, what you want to edit when you want to edit the design of that page is in the detail page design. Those of you familiar with WordPress know that you'd have to go to like single.php or page.php. With Brilliant Directories, it's all hosted in the backend, so you don't have to open any PHP files through your FTP. All right, so what I'm going to grab for first is the author's name. And do you want to link to their profile, to their public profile?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to grab the existing code here, which explains who it's posted by. And we'll come to the blog article detail page now. And I'm going to put this here. I'm just going to put the word by there. And let me make sure that that's working. And now it should say posted by and then the author's name. Let's refresh. Oops. All right, let's go back. Staff articles. It's lagging a little bit. There we go. All right, so posted by Directory CC on 427 in entertainment. Let's see if your profile here is public. And it is. You do have a logo there. So next step is let's get your logo to show up there. So
yes.
I'm just going to get the code here that shows your logo. Actually, there's a better place to grab that. I'm going to go to Edit Post Settings.
And if you don't mind, I'm going to try to install a widget on there as well. And if it works, then it'll be cool, and we can remove it really quickly. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. While Jason does that.
All right, so I know that in the member search results, you can see the logo or profile photo. So I want to grab that code. I'm going to go to the listings content feature, the post settings, and I'm going to go to the search results design, and I'll be able to grab the code that lets you get the photo for someone. And
that's a good idea.
That's going to be, let's see here, right here. And so let's add that to, just want to make sure I'm on the right page, blog article. Let me just add it. It's going to look a little ugly to start, but let me just get it on there just to make sure that it's working. And I'll get rid of this. Get rid of that. And I'll use a pull left. It's going to float it left. So we're going to, hopefully we'll see an oversized image of your logo here. And then we'll make it an appropriate size. So let's refresh this. Okay, so now we have a logo here, and basically what I'm doing is just adding types of data that the user has. You could put their phone number, you can put their about section, you can create a new field and have it render there. And so all we're doing is putting this type of information. So let's make this an appropriate size. And let me just do a little coding here, and I think you'd want this to be a circle. I think generally it's done in a circle design.
Yes, sir.
Like that, kind of.
Yeah, cool.
I'll just add some, let's see here. This is just some styling for you.
Yep.
Again, this is the quick and dirty way to do it just because we're on the live webinar here with people. Let me put this image here. All right. I'm just going to stop it there. I know ideally you want these to, let me just do it for you. Why not? I'm just thinking about for the sake of time for everyone, but I guess I could do it for you real quick here. All right, so just a second.
I added something there. If you refresh the page, Jason, it may or may not be helpful to you, but you'll see I embedded a widget there.
Okay.
That's called Snapshot. You see it there in the top right corner. So that might make it a lot quicker for you.
This is an old school widget. So yeah, this is more information that you can have added by. Yeah, that is a good widget. And then you can, what would be better is to customize this widget and make sure that the logo is showing properly and a little about blurb rather than doing it at the top here. You could
Yeah, those are both good.
You could also place this at the bottom of the article as well.
So that's in your sidebar. It's called Snapshot 2, so you can control that, and it works with all of your features. So that's for your single post feature, which is like your coupons, your events, your. So if you do it for one, it'll work for all of them, which is really nice as well. So you'll be able to attribute who posted that particular content on the details page. So that's on your website, and I'll go ahead and. Obviously, this is an older widget from the classic theme, but it gives you a good foundation, and it is a customized widget, so it's not something you'd email into support to have it look the way you want, but it gives you a good foundation at the very least.
Yeah, options. Sounds good, Pat. I can play with that too.
All right. Do you want me to just leave this like this for right now, and so you can build off of it?
Yeah, that'd be fine. I'll add that about blurb underneath it and everything, but that's a real good start. Appreciate y'all looking at that. I guess the other part of that was having user comments. Is that something that's doable as well?
Yeah, so what you want to do for user comments, there's a couple things you can do. So towards the end of the article, I see that you're just ending it here with the tags. What you can do and what we're doing on our demo site is you can use something called Discuss. And I'll put the link here. It lets you render some comments code. So anyone can leave a comment, and let me show you what that looks like. And I'll put that in the link here, in the chat here. So all you have to do is open up a Discuss account, and then you put the embed code. I'll show you where you put that, but it's going to look like this. So the article is streaming, and then towards the end of the article, see this thing spinning here. It's going to load comments for this article. It handles everything, and it knows when comments were left on other links of your site. So you get these related comments down here, which is really good for internal linking. So someone can easily leave a comment here, and they can sign in with any one of their social logins. And you would just put that code here under the Details page tab. If you scroll down just a little bit more, you can just put it in this comments code, the embed code that they give you, and it will render underneath the article or coupon or event, whichever the type of post that you want the comments to render under. Another option for comments would be Facebook comments.
Yeah.
I like Facebook comments because anytime somebody leaves a comment, it may show in their Facebook feed to their friends that, Steve has left a comment here, which helps with marketing a bit. So here we go. I'm just going to share this link, and you could just follow the instructions for generating an embed code. And I'll put the link there. And let me show you what the Facebook comments look like. We're actually using Facebook comments on the Brilliant Directories website. And the comments are good both for Discuss and Facebook comments. They will rank in search engines, so the content will get indexed by search engines. So we have Facebook comments underneath the webinar replays. It just takes a second to load, and then you'll see right here the Facebook comments pop up. So,
yeah, I've done a little research on the Facebook comments since y'all started using it on your videos. I haven't delved into it yet to see how it functions, but you have to put code on each individual page to make that work, or is it because it seemed like it was on a per page basis for the Facebook part?
Right. So what you would do is the embed code asks you to put the URL of the page that a comment is being left on. You can actually just use the variable of the page in there, and it'll be dynamic when you do that.
Okay.
So you can use a variable rather than hard coding the page, and that way it'll be dynamic for each individual article or any type of post.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
All right, sure thing. Great question there. Yeah, today we're getting a little bit more in depth with some of these questions, but I think it's good for everyone to see. All right, moving on to the next questions. All right, Vince, are you with us?
Yes. How are you?
Good, good. How's it going, Vince?
Good.
So you wrote a question here. I didn't quite understand it. If you want to buy 3 leads before they end.
No, let's say you want to, in the lead tool, if you only want no more than 3 people or 5 people to buy the lead, and then it shuts off.
Pat, you want to show them where you can set the, what we call like the max limit on how many people can purchase or accept a lead?
Fantastic. Let's take a look, if you don't mind.
I'm going to pass it over to you, Pat.
Yeah. What's your website?
It's oempartsdallas.com. P-A-R-T-S. Dallas.
Perfect. All right. All right. So over here we are inside of the lead settings, tucked under leads. So he has the auto matching add-on. So that means what it does, it allows us to open up the advanced lead settings in this box over here, where you're able to control how many people receive the leads and how many people can accept the lead. So yeah, so this is where you go ahead and do that. I like it to be 3. Since you have the auto matching add-on, what I love, some people set it at 1. And people are like, oh, but what if the other members don't get their lead because it's sold out? And just so people know the way that the software works, if I am sent a lead and I am a lawyer, let's say, and I get an email and I say, hey, I'd like to get help with my divorce. So I say, hey, I can service that client. So I click the link to log into my account so I can accept the lead. And it says, hey, this lead is free, and I click the button to accept the lead. If that lead is set to 1 number of members that can accept and it's reached that limit, I'll be told when I click the button, we're sorry, this lead is sold out. You can set in here, one of the bonuses of having the auto matching add-on is in the additional notifications under members, I believe it's members, you can set whether or not you want to email the member when a lead is sold out. You can also be copied on this. I always recommend being copied on this because a lead being sold out is the best opportunity to call that member and to say, hey, I see the lead is sold out, here's why it's sold out, and here's what we can do to make sure a lead never sells out for you again. Because that's a fantastic upselling opportunity for you as a directory owner in most cases. So that's one of the many additional settings you have with the auto matching add-on. So the lower the number is, the more sold out leads are gonna appear for your members. But just because it's sold out doesn't mean it's not an opportunity for you to sell basically an upsell to that particular member. Even a sold out lead is a good thing.
Now, are all the leads the same price?
The leads are controlled by membership tier. So if we go look at your pricing right now, you have these different membership tiers. You can control the lead by tier. So let's say it's the OM auto dealership parts. Let's go into that membership level. I won't save anything. And we go into pricing, you'll see that there's a box that says price to purchase leads. The moment that you make a number higher than 0, you're going to basically require them to use their credit cards to view the lead details, like an email or a phone number. If it's $0, then it's going to be free, and they still need to click the button to view the email and the phone number. And this is where the sold out leads are important, because if you're giving your leads away for free and 10 members accept the lead and 10 members get the customer's phone number and email, that customer is going to get bombarded with leads, and it's a poor user experience. So restricting how many businesses can contact your user is an important quality measure.
Now, what are all the videos to watch? What videos do you recommend to go over?
I'll go there right now. All right, so we have these different playlists in our Brilliant Directories YouTube channel. I highly recommend checking these out. You'll see we have our Webinar Wednesdays, all the past recordings that people reference. If we scroll in here, one of the playlists is entirely dedicated to the lead module, and there's 10 videos that are dedicated to this. You'll see one of them is the one that we covered, which is customizing the form and using it elsewhere. So this is the playlist that you're going to want to watch. If you watch these 10 videos, you're going to know everything. I'm going to share the link right now in the chat so people can easily reference that particular playlist.
And then real quick, how do you check your radius?
So let me show you. So you go into your advanced settings, under settings, and what you're going to do is you're going to type in radius, and you're able to set up the default radius. So whether you want it to be 50 miles, 25 miles, 100 miles, 500 miles, however big of a net you want to cast. And this will have a direct impact not only on your member searches, it's also going to have an impact on how many members show up as suggested matches, or in your case, get auto-matched to a particular lead inquiry.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
Vincent, thanks for the great questions around the leads. And for those of you that may have joined us late, highly recommend taking advantage of the deal of the week. The price for the VIP Add-ons Club is going to increase in the coming weeks, maybe months. And this is your way to lock in the price for life to get grandfathered in and get all our current 13 premium add-ons and the dozens and dozens more that we're going to be adding over the next year and the next few months. So you can use the promo code webinar50, go to brilliantdirectories.com/VIP, and if you guys didn't take the 10 seconds to do it during the webinar, if you haven't already done so, you can get $50 of credit added to your Brilliant Directories account. All you have to do is leave a quick review. It literally takes less than 10 or 15 seconds. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/new review. We're also going to be doing these webinars every 2 weeks now. It was a lot of pressure for the attendees to join in every week, so we're going to space them out a little bit. We're going to be doing 2 every month, and we think that's going to give everyone enough time to prepare for the webinar, prepare their questions, and also plan out enough time in everyone's busy schedules. So write a review, takes 15 seconds, and if you haven't already done so, highly recommend joining the VIP Add-ons Club. It's tremendous value for your website. If we didn't get to your questions in this webinar, you can always join us in our LinkedIn marketing group. Go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. I've been a little absent there the last couple of weeks, but I'm looking forward to engaging in a lot of the discussions that have been started there recently. And if you have questions that weren't addressed today, feel free to ask them in the LinkedIn marketing strategy group. And not only myself, but fellow directory owners will be able to respond to your questions. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and yeah, make it a productive 2 weeks between now and then. Thanks, everyone.
All right, see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Have a great day.